Hey guys, Ajax22, and we're back with the Rusty Pickle. Gonna try using the Metal Rescue rust remover bath on it, and reason for that instead of the Evapo-Rust was that AutoZone did not actually have the Evapo-Rust. So I went next door to Home Depot and picked up this dandy little tray for, cheap, and hopefully the metal rust remover won't melt it. That's a concern a little bit, but I think in a real setting, if this works at all, gonna get some Pyrex baking trays to use for this. Something a little stronger, a little less prone to the chemicals being used. Not gonna bother pulling the trigger or the piece of aluminum out of the site. We'll just dunk it and see what happens. Mostly because, if it dissolves it, it dissolves it. Those are easy to come by components. And I kind of want to know. So, this is about finding out. So we're going to pour this stuff in, trying not to make a huge mess. The idea is that we pour enough that it covers the pistol completely. Do note there are no grips on the gun. I would not recommend doing this if there were grips. I don't know what it would do to them, but typically a bad idea. So we should be just about completely covered with the pistol, but we're going to give it a little bit extra for, good measure. Interesting. Almost seems like it's working right away. Hard to say. Apparently it just gets darker as it works, the solution does. So the rust itself is just supposed to, wipe away. Avoid contact with eyes, and recommended use with gloves, but not necessary. So we'll go let this do its thing for a few hours and then come right back. Blink of an eye. Hey guys, we're back with the Rusty Pickle, and having completed the dip, I gotta say I'm impressed with this product. I didn't think I was gonna be this impressed. It really pulled a lot of the corrosion out of the metal, and the underlying surfaces that were not corroded didn't get very badly pitted. Sort of got a light frosting, as you can see. Like but it's not bad. It's not eating away at the metal that wasn't oxidized. As you can see, it did strip the bluing. It did strip like all of the bluing off of the gun, and as you can see, like the parts where the metal was eaten away and structurally compromised already, it's still eaten away and structurally compromised. And there's still some chunks left that I think those are. I don't even really want to think about what that actually is, but it's a mixture of oxides and probably organic compounds or newsprint maybe. Yeah, look at how much of the site has dissolved. You can see the threads for the. I'll get it back to focus. Come on, focus for the exposed. Sorry, the threads for the screw got exposed on the side. And it still needs a bunch chipped out of it. Markings are all visible now, very clearly, and you can see like really where the metal just kind of got eaten away. That really looks like a galvanic process. So the cat urine dissimilar metal hypothesis seems to be holding up pretty strongly on this gun. There's still more on the receiver that this thicker black crud, and I don't know about this saving this rear sight. It's pretty far gone. I'm gonna have to scrape it, mechanically remove it, just generally see what we can do. Barrel's pretty good shape, you know, other than the frosty coloring. Crown's not horrible. All the rifling appears to be present. You know, the chemical dip did not actually attack the little chrome trigger, so we have a little chrome trigger still. I mean, other than the rear sight and pulling it apart and going through the internals one at a time, checking it out, I'm just really impressed. I didn't think that it would be this effective for the chemical dip. Yeah, I may have to try this on some of the other guns that are good thick steel. That Stephen 67 in particular is coming to mind, because I would like to have that one just, you know, hosed off and finished up, because it's you know, it's going to be a process getting that heavy corrosion out. And it seems like for heavy corrosion, this is, you know, this just chews through it. If you guys will hold on for just a second, I will go run outside and show you the color that the liquid got to on the dip itself, and you know, you can see some of the flakes that actually came out of the metal into it. I'm gonna disassemble this thing and see where. Okay, here's the fluid that we used. As you can see, pretty much most of the darkness really looks like it came off of it's just bluing that came off the gun. But if you see some of the particulate that's in there, when I came out to see it, it was actually on the firearm. Sorry about the burbling in the background. I started a pot of coffee because caffeine is a wonderful thing, and I need it desperately. But you can kind of make out the flakes that are in there. See if I can get it from a different angle. Lighting and shooting fluids is always fun. But yeah, you can see some of the black stuff that was crudted around the rear of the receiver is now in there. There's also an oil sheen on top of it, so that's the pea blaster that was there. Yeah, apparently this stuff is basically infinitely reusable until it just becomes too black to stick your gun in anymore. But I'm impressed. I'm definitely impressed. So yeah, metal rescue rust remover bath. We're going to be seeing some more of that on some other guns, and I'm probably going to have to go and get some sort of a tub to handle the longer guns, because that was surprisingly effective. And for some of the crustier, thicker metal stuff, it just, you know, the amount of mechanical agitation and electrolysis that saves is huge. It's not a substitute for electrolysis. I'd probably still need to run the Ruger through a little bit to get some of the deeper pitting stuff off. And it's definitely not a substitute entirely for mechanical processes, because that black stuff and, you know, the organic compounds on the gun are not going to come off on their own. But yeah, and I'm just really excited here. I mean, this gun could be taken out and shot right now. It just, springs might be a little weak, might have some misfires, but there's nothing that stops that gun from going bang, in theory. I mean, springs again. Theoretically, the firing pin could be corroded, frozen, whatever, we could, stick a mag in there, slap the bolt back and drop it, and just run the mag out the barrel. It's possible. Rust does strange things, and these, neglected guns are neglected. I can't really say, oh, that'll absolutely work, but I don't see a reason at this point why it wouldn't. So kind of at a dilemma as far as, do we try to free up the rear sight? Do we replace the rear sight and then wear the finish to match? Either way, the internals need to be gone through. I'm thinking about doing some kind of oxide finish on it to replace the existing metal, but I kind of like it bare steel. This is gonna have a little. We could even do a tobacco browning process where we just control the oxidation and then wipe it periodically. I like that look a lot. Or just leave it rough, make it run, and come up with some improvised wood grips wrapped in athletic tape and, save it for the apocalypse. Although this one could be pretty, and it is a gun that, you would want to actually take out and shoot. This is a very desirable package. Point's nice. Handles pretty well. It's a good barrel length on a gun they don't make anymore. Yeah, we got a little bit of a dilemma. So if you guys have any thoughts as far as finish or next steps, I'm gonna keep trying to work on that rear sight. I'm gonna pull it apart and show you guys the condition of the internals. But yeah, that was quick. I'm half tempted to just go throw a mag in it, head out and put holes in things and see what happens. Yeah. Anyway, let me know your thoughts. I'll get this one oiled and back to doing some mechanical processes on it. All right. Have a good one.